From spots serving handcrafted ramen to Korean fried chicken and the perfect place for chips, dips, and sips, the women of the Bay FC soccer team give us the assist on their favorite South Bay bites.
Let's go, Cecilia!
Just ahead on a special Check Please Bay Area.
Who doesn't like tequila and chips? Come on.
Hi, I'm Leslie Sabraco. Welcome to Check Please Bay Area, the show where Bay Area residents review and talk about their favorite restaurants. This time, we're kicking it with three amazing members of the Bay FC, the first National Women's Soccer League team in the Bay Area. Since they launched in the spring of 2024, they've been playing with power, passion, and plenty of flair. Joining me now at the Check Please table, our co-founder of Bay FC and former U.S. Women's National Team player, Danielle Slayton. Forward, Tess Bodie. And defender, Caprice Didasco. Welcome, everyone. Are you ready to talk food and soccer?
Yeah.
All right, Danielle, first, before we get to the food, we have to talk about Bay FC.
Yeah, this has been a dream of mine as a former player for the U.S. Women's National Team in the Olympics and the World Cup. Me and three of my other co-founders, Leslie Osborne, Allie Wagner, and Brandy Chastain, 4 years ago, had this idea that we need pro women's soccer here in the Bay Area.
Of course we do.
In 2024, we launched, we have players, we have games, we play at PayPal Park down in San Jose.
Cross Bodie, yes!
Tess is an attacking midfielder forward, and this woman can score goals, and she's the kind of person that as a former defender I would have hated to defend because the ball is always moving at her feet. And then Caprice plays outside back.
Didasco crossing, oh, scored!
That's the same position that I used to play. So if you ever come to the games, there's a reason she can eat a lot, and we're going to talk about food because she is running up and down the field all of the time.
You appreciate the work.
And I
that needs to be
appreciate
done.
how much distance she has to cover and how much work she gives.
And how many calories she needs in a day.
Totally.
Yes.
It's the best time to be a women's athlete.
Right.
Like, it's so fun. And they are paving the way because they went through when it was hard to be a women's professional athlete.
Right.
And the Bay Area fans are legit. Yeah, I mean, every single game they show up. Even if we aren't believing yet, like, they believe, and then we believe. It's awesome.
I think that's why a lot of us do it, is to pay it forward, and just for the little kids and boys and girls coming to our game, that's so rewarding, seeing them after
To
the game.
see you up there, and they think maybe I can do that someday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the food.
Yeah.
Tess has found a place that's tailor-made for celebrating with her teammates and other newfound friends. Offering an eclectic menu of shareable plates and creative cocktails, it's become her post-game hangout. Located in Campbell's Prune Yard, it's Orchard City Kitchen.
Campbell used to be known as the Orchard City. This is Valley of the Heart's Delight, they call it, this whole area. That farm to fork table. It's cliche now, but that's just who we are.
The food is meant to be playful, interactive, and fun. You have 35 different types of small plates that you can choose from for your table, and you are the captain of the ship.
Eat less and taste more.
Yeah.
There are dishes on the menu that are kind of what we're known for, and one of them is the Triple B. We even had this couple come in here, and they had matching tattoos on their wrist that said BBB, which stands for biscuits, butter, and bacon. Michael Madek, our executive chef, he is from Hungary, and one of the things that he did was bring on langos onto the menu, which is a Hungarian flatbread. It is delicious, and it's been extremely popular.
It's a blend of bourbons, and it's the best seat in the house is definitely the chef's counter. You're right in front of that wood-fired grill.
That's the chef's playground where he can really interact with you. You hear it, you smell it, you taste it. It's all things. And the cocktail menu always changes every, 3 to 4 months?
3 to 4 months.
And we always try to pick up a new theme, make it fun.
Yeah.
Right now it's Friends from the TV show, and then our next cocktail
It's a
menu.
secret.
Oh, true. It's a secret.
Yeah, we keep it a secret to the public until we launch on the day.
Do not make your reservation for that cocktail menu right now. So.
The energy of this restaurant is friendly and lively. Some days we're playing hard rock, other days we're playing tropical house music. You don't really know what you're going to get when you walk in the door, but you do know you're going to have a great time. Being able to take care of guests and to create memories for people is what keeps us coming back every day.
All right, Tess, how did you find this place as somebody who's new to the Bay Area?
When I first got here, Caprice and I are actually, our favorite thing to do is go to restaurants. So we reached out to the founding four, and this is a rec that came straight from them. So I knew it was going to be good. And it has quickly become my favorite restaurant. It's kind of new style American with a bit of an Asian twist. My favorite is absolutely the langosh bread. It's Hungarian.
Hungarian langosh, Hungarian bread.
So they brought this dish out, and they had scissors with it because it's just so creamy with the white cheddar that falls apart, and as you cut it, it's just everything pouring out. It is delicious. It melts in your mouth.
What I started with is a definite go-to for me, which is the biscuits, bacon, and butter. I love me a good biscuit.
I was going to say, and everything's better with bacon.
Exactly,
So,
right? Like,
there
if
you
you
go.
can cook a mean biscuit like my grandpa used to make, you've won my heart. You've got the sweetness of the honey butter, the savory of the biscuit, and then you've got a little bit of spice and the thick cut bacon, and it doesn't seem like it should go together, and oh boy, does it.
I started with the fresh oysters.
Okay.
If there's oysters on the menu, I'm always going for it. They had an amazing Asian pear garnish. That was the game changer for me that has separated from every other oyster I've had. So the second dish I got was the garlic noodles. It came with udon noodles topped with garlic sauce and 63-degree egg on top that you pop it and it just falls all over the noodles and you mix it, and that's just really good. Yeah.
So another favorite is the poke box. So it comes in a little box. There's kind of a little salad underneath and then cubes of poke, and they shake it all up, and it's just so fresh, and it just pairs well. I got it with the garlic noodles as well, so kind of a carb and then some fish. Delicious.
The next thing I tried was the pea fritter, and this was unique because it's truly like a single bite. It's meant for one person. It's just the perfect texture, and it felt like you still had robust pea flavor with a little bit of spice with the aioli and then pistachios on top. You would never think that those combination of flavors might go together, but it definitely does. And that's what I love about this place. Just the creative use of flavors, to me, is what makes it stand apart.
And it's a little amuse-bouche, right? One little
Exactly. Just
amuse your bouche.
yeah.
Did you guys try the Caesar salad?
Oh, yes, I got the
okay.
Caesar salad as well.
The dill was so unique, and I loved it. It just made it like a little bit more of a unique Caesar.
Right, and the croutons were homemade, and they were just amazing.
Yeah.
I had the Korean fried chicken.
Yes.
The sauce, the spicy sauce, like I actually enjoyed like the little crispy bits that got left in the sauce that you would just pick up with your chopsticks and just eat all of
you
those.
don't waste those.
Yeah, and I also liked the fact that it had pickled cucumbers. It kind of cut through the friedness of it, and it was a go-to. Like, they should never take that off the menu ever.
The drink menu is very fun. So the current drinks menu is a Friends themed, which I'm a huge fan of the show Friends. The drink I ordered is We Were on a Break. It's a gin drink. It's very refreshing. I actually think it had yuzu in it.
Gives it that nice citrusy quality.
Yes.
I didn't have a drink, but there was something that had literally, it looked like foam.
I had that.
On top. What was it?
It was the Dr. Drake. Yes, and it was so good. So I love tequila. So it was their spin of like a margarita, but it had fresh strawberry in there. And then they had the foam on top that made it extra fancy.
It literally looked like, I was like, why are they putting shampoo bubbles on top? Like, it came up to here.
Yes, I was like,
It
where
looked
does one?
fantastic.
I was like, where does one start to drink this? And so I had to go all in, and I had like
Was
pretty
it
much
all over your
bubbles
face?
all over my face.
Was it
I
all
think.
over your
Yeah,
face?
worth it, worth it.
This is definitely a go-to place if you want to celebrate something. Bring a friend, bring a couple of friends, bring your whole team.
Bring a team.
Yeah.
Share some plates and you know, have a good time.
All right, if you would like to try Orchard City Kitchen, it's located in the Prune Yard in Campbell. And the average tab per person without drinks is around $45. Caprice was born and raised in Hawaii, where she grew up with plenty of delicious Japanese noodle shops. Whenever she's craving a steamy bowl of savory ramen, she heads to a casual spot in Cupertino. HiroNori Craft Ramen.
Our founders, Hiro and Nori, believes that the ramen is very simple and pure. They take pride in making our own noodles, broth, and ramen sauces.
お待たせしました。なんか日本語でもいいみたいな。
I myself also from Japan, and I would say they are my senpai. It's in Japanese meaning the older brothers. I just love their creation. What makes a ramen special is the ramen sauces. Soup is what kind of bone you put in when you cook, and a lot of people can copy it. However, the ramen sauce is the secrets of the secrets when it comes to making the ramens. And all these ramen creators, they don't disclose any of the ramen sauce recipes. We offer 3 types of ramen. Definitely the most popular is our tonkotsu ramen. We cook at least 20 hours with pork bones and make it very rich. Our second popular ramen, which is a shoyu ramen based on our special soy sauce that we call shoyu. The shoyu is aged in 200 years old barrel. And also we do have a vegan ramen. It comes with our sesame miso broth. We imported 8 different kinds of the miso from Japan, and people love it. When you get served ramen, you gotta eat it fast, no talking. If you wait to sip in the ramen, the soup gets cooler and the noodles start getting soggy. So if you go to Japan and go to the ramen shop, it's very, very fast-paced. You go there, order ramen, eat ramen, no talking, and leave. But here, we take pride in focusing on Japanese quality of the service. We call it omotenashi, which is welcoming the guest. This is a ramen shop that I would like a lot more people to experience. Once they're eating a ramen and I see their faces, this reaction. This is the most happiest moment. This is why I'm doing this job.
So Caprice, when did you first become a fan of ramen?
Well, growing up in Honolulu, Hawaii, there's a huge Asian influence in Hawaii. So I grew up loving just any kind of Asian food, but I really love ramen. It's been hard to find a good ramen place in certain places I've lived in, but in Cupertino, this place is a go-to.
Okay, and what is the order?
So I start off with the crispy rice tuna, and I love spice, so the jalapeno on top of it is amazing, the combination, and it comes in 2 pieces per order.
So if you go with your fiance, he doesn't get any?
Well, we'll have to order 2, because don't touch my 2, because I have my 2, and then he has his 2, because I love that to start off.
Okay, and then what's next?
Then my main course, I get the tonkatsu ramen, and it's amazing. It's just a big bowl of warm broth. You get an option between thin noodles and thick noodles, and I got the thin. And you get your protein, veggies, and carbs in one bowl, and it just makes me feel at home.
So I also got the tonkatsu ramen. I got mine with thick noodles, which is what the waitress recommended. It came with just the right amount of chewiness for me. That's what I really liked about it. It also had spinach. I love the fact that there were so many veggies in there. The pork was good. Yeah. But what stood out to me most was just how flavorful the broth was. You could tell it's been cooked for a long time, and the depth of flavor is really what stood out to me.
I also got the tonkatsu ramen as well, and I loved it. So this was my second time ever having ramen.
So it's the best, then.
So it's the best, yeah. So out of my 2, it's number 1. It took me a few minutes to learn how to eat ramen, but once I got the rhythm with the chopsticks and the spoon, it was delicious. And the pork was so tender, like melted in my mouth.
Did you guys get the garlic paste and the chili paste on the side?
Oh, yeah.
Did you add it?
I put it in, yeah. I'm a spice girl.
Yeah, true.
You know she did not. You did know she did not.
Okay, I want to make sure that you did, because I love spicy. So it comes with a side of garlic paste and a chili paste to make it spicier. So it's really cool because you can add as much spice as you want to create your own heat level. And I always dump the whole paste in. Yeah. And if I'm not sweating while I'm eating my ramen, then I didn't put enough in.
Right.
Also, I usually get the chicken karaage, and it's just pretty much like an Asian fried chicken, but it comes in like a shareable platter, so you can share with friends or family.
I actually did try that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, do you like it?
And I loved it. People can over fry that kind of chicken, but it wasn't too crispy. I felt like it still felt and tasted like chicken, and I actually would dip it in the ramen broth, which was really nice.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
Oh, that's
yeah,
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I did have the steamed pork bun, and I really liked the pickled onions. It cuts through the pork belly that can, it's heavy, it's fatty, right? And so I liked the fact that it had the pickled onions to just kind of cut through it. The bun was really good, and it came in orders of 2, 3, and 4. I was with my husband. Actually, it was our anniversary.
Wow,
So it was very special. We went for a hike in Cupertino and then went there for lunch. So we ordered 2, so we each had 1, and it was great.
And what about a service?
Wonderful. Yeah. It was pretty packed, but they really get people in and out.
Totally. I feel like the one thing that stood out to me the most, simple menu. It was a very simple restaurant, but everything on the menu is really good, and they've nailed it. Yeah.
Right. And no dessert?
No dessert, just a happy belly.
If you would like to try HiroNori Craft Ramen, it's located on North Wolf Road in Cupertino, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $35. Since Danielle was born and raised in San Jose, she's chosen a hometown favorite to highlight. It's a colorful little Mexican eatery with a menu rooted in the regions of Jalisco, Zacatecas, and Oaxaca. Located in San Jose's historic Alameda district, it's Las Cazuelas.
This is one of the original Mexican restaurants in San Jose since 1960. It started in the 2nd Street here in downtown. The previous owner, Doña Carmen, she moved here to this Rose Garden area. I'm from Jalisco. My mother and father is very, very excellent cook at my town. So our dishes is from Grandma's house. Las Cazuelas means cooking pots. We cook big pots of rice, pots of beans, chile verde, burritos, tacos, carnitas, 1 to 45. Everything has rice and beans. At Sunday buffet, it's nice to the new guests to try a little bit of our whole menu. We start with the breakfast. Menudo, pozole, chilaquiles, eggs, bacon, sausage, fajitas. I like to serve all the time. Since I'm really, really little, I like to give you some part of the meat to the people who is around me. Our community is so nice, and I feel really happy to see everybody happy. Because the people walking and see the patio, the colorful and the ambience, and I feel like I give you the best from me to the guests.
Now, Danielle, growing up in San Jose, was this a restaurant that you went to? Do you remember it as a kid?
Oh, I do remember going to this restaurant as a kid, and that's why I chose it. But it's just the whole vibe, the atmosphere on a warm summer day in San Jose, beautiful colors, sitting on the patio, bringing my kids and my family. It's just a go-to spot for us on a nice evening.
All right, it's got comfort, it's got beautiful ambiance. Let's talk food.
Yeah, so when I went to this restaurant, the first thing I had is the tacos. To me, if you can do a good taco, you're legit. And so it comes with 2 corn tortillas, so your meat's not falling through. I got the carne asada, and it's the right amount of meat, good proportion, good amount of cilantro and onions, and then I always like to add the salsa on top. And it's just a restaurant that can do the simple things right and do that consistently is what stands out for me.
So I started with the guac, which was my favorite dish. I love that it was creamy and it was loaded. It had red onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and just like every bite had everything you want in it. And the salt to lime ratio was perfect.
I actually got the guac as well in chips, and I was pleasantly surprised with the guac, but I like to top that on my meal. So I had the carnitas plate, and that was really good. The carnitas were very crispy, but not dry. It was still a little juicy still, and it came with a little bit of beans and rice, and it was delicious. And just my experience from when I walked straight into the door to enjoying my meal, it was just, you could tell that there are so many locals around the area that just loved it there, and I feel like I found like a good neighborhood go-to now.
All right, so.
Yeah, so I got the beef enchiladas. They had a sauce that was smothered on top and the cheese that they had melted with it. I'm not a huge spice girl. I have a very low spice tolerance. Right. So for me, I loved that all the dishes started out neutral and you could make it spicier.
Right.
So for me, I'm always at Mexican restaurants asking, can you make this mild? Can you bring the heat down? And they're like, no problem, we've got you. And everything came out, and I was able to eat everything without sweating. So that was that was a big success for me.
That was good. I loved how they have the different salsas as well, because I love spicy. So the restaurant was awesome for someone like you, but for me, I love hot sauce. So I loved they had the green salsa and then just their regular classic medium salsa, and I just love it all.
I mean, I always go and have the chips and salsa, but I mean, let's be clear. When I'm not with my children, it is a margarita and chips and salsa.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And I love both of the salsas. I'm a spicy girl, Tess. I don't know what your problem is. I'm definitely a spicy girl, too.
I'm with you, Tess.
Yeah.
And then I got the chicken burrito.
Okay.
They heated up the tortilla on the outside, so it was kind of crunchy, which I really enjoyed. It was a simple burrito, like rice, beans, chicken, a little bit of onion in there. But what made it so unique was the crunch. And
So
then
did you finish both those dishes?
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know. You know,
with
you
a
got to build
friend.
up your caloric intake.
Yeah.
Right.
No. I went with a friend, and thankfully, that person shared a lot of the burden.
Now you mentioned a margarita.
It's just classic good. It has a lime, comes with it. You can squeeze a little extra lime in there and the salt.
Oh, delicious.
Classic,
And it's
simple
tequila.
drink. And it's tequila. Like, who doesn't like tequila and chips? Come on.
We'll have to go with you next time for a little margarita.
After game day, we can all go back.
All right, sounds good.
And we didn't talk about desserts. Do you ever get dessert? Do you ever have room for dessert?
I mean, no, because I eat all of the chips. That's my problem.
Yeah.
So I didn't get dessert, and I actually have never had dessert there. So maybe when we all go back, that's a try.
Right, margaritas, chips, and then dessert.
Do I get an invite?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
All right. If you would like to try Las Cazuelas, it's located on Ray Street in San Jose, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $20. Now that we know some of the players' favorite eats, it's time to find out the Bay FC fans' favorite game day snacks. Reporter Cecilia Phillips heads to PayPal Park for some food truck fun.
We're here at PayPal Park for Bay FC's Fan Fest. What are some of the exciting things that a fan can come and see and do?
Fan Fest is about having something to entertain all of our fans. We like everyone to come early because we have some great activities for our fans in the stadium even before the game starts. Our supporters groups run great tailgates out in the parking lots behind the stadium.
Can I sniff it or do I throw it back?
We do a lot of different theme nights.
Welcome in!
Tonight is our Pride Night, which is so much fun.
Throw it back, why not? I heard that the Spikes were one of the longest running LGBTQIA soccer groups in the United States.
Yes. We've been wanting an NWSL team for forever, so that's huge. But then to have a Pride event centering queer people, I think is just super special.
We made LGBT sandwiches, lettuce, bacon, guac, and tomato sandwiches.
So we've got to talk about food.
Our number one seller in the stadium is the soft pretzel, and it is incredible. And then we have some really awesome food trucks.
So we're the I Love Cheesesteak truck. Right here for you, it's going to be the Bacon Love, the Angus beef with bacon, caramelized onion, bell pepper, and the cheese sauce on the French roll. And I made it extra love for you.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Take that, Philly. What's the deal with the heart-shaped brownies?
Yes, I named the business after my childhood doll named Love. I loved her so much.
So everything's done with a little bit of love, so this is so cute.
Yes. We prepared one of our signature Cuban drinks. It's premium vanilla ice cream with Cafe Cubano, chocolate sauce, and one of our signature heart-shaped brownies on top.
Oh, wow.
Go a little deeper with that ice cream. Oh, my God. It's like heaven on earth.
That is coffee explosion.
It is.
So we are BBQ Kaibi, and we specialize in authentic Korean flavors, but we also offer it with a bit of a twist. So we have our spicy beef bulgogi nachos, bulgogi meaning thinly sliced. So it's got our tortilla chips with cheese, grilled onions, jalapenos, and our signature spicy mayo. So our spicy mayo is definitely one of our fan favorites. Everyone asks for extra. When I take my meal home, you bet I put extra too.
All right, to the game, Bay FC. So not just soccer lovers, anybody can come out.
Oh, 100%. Everyone should come out. It's a great time no matter if you're new to the sport or a lifelong expert.
I I have to thank my fabulous guests on this week's show. Tess Bodie, who loves the langosh at Orchard City Kitchen in Campbell. Caprice Didasco, who sips the silky ramen broth at HiroNori Craft Ramen in Cupertino. And Danielle Slayton, who craves the carne asada tacos at Las Cazuelas in San Jose. Join us next time when 3 more guests will recommend their favorite spots right here on Check Please Bay Area. I'm Leslie Sbrocco, and I'll see you then. Cheers, everyone.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by Grahamsport has been family-owned and operated for over 200 years. Available at vintageandfinewines.com or your local fine wine retailer. The Bay Area airport that's close and reliable. iFlyOAK.com.
At Sutter, 224 hospitals and care centers never stop caring for 3.4 million Californians. Getting better never stops.
Bravery, caring, kindness. And that's what we live by at SF Fire Credit Union. SF Fire Credit Union, rescuing you from banks.
Crab House at Pier 39 is a family-owned restaurant featuring Dungeness killer crab, shellfish platters, and crab fried rice. Crab House serves fresh, sustainable seafood with stunning views of the San Francisco Bay. Located on Pier 39 in San Francisco, reservations at crabhouse39.com.
Nachos, pretzels, and hot dogs. If you had to choose one of those 3, which one would you choose?
Hands down, nachos. I'd have to go with hot dogs. That is really hard. Our #1 seller in the stadium is the soft pretzel, and it is incredible. I get one almost every game.
I would go with fries. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, nachos, because that's like a wild card. You can put anything on top of it.
But I have a lifelong obsession with nachos, so I'm sorry you said choose one, but I'm choosing 2.
All of them. I love everything.